sport lets you wear the coolest clothes.
Vote.
Which national news anchor baby talks during commercial breaks?
Vote. Democracy depends on you.
It's time for the show where high culture and pop culture collide. Hey everyone, welcome and thanks for coming to our eclectic episode. Nobody around here is really too sure what that word means, but by gum, we sure do like to say it. So buckle in and get ready to eclect. First, I need to hand out some screws. Here you go, 3 contestants, 3 screws. So here's what you do with these screws. If you think your neighbor doesn't know the answer to a question, but you want to make them answer it anyway, buzz in and then hit the S key to screw them. All right, you ready? Let's start. Time to pick a category.
Question number 1.
I believe this one is called That Cat Gives Good Tongue. $2,000 for a correct answer. Flex those fingers, here it comes. If Hello Kitty said hello in the language of her home country, what would you hear her say?
Meow meow ciao, meow meow hola, meow meow bonjour, or meow meow konnichiwa.
Player 2, go! Hello Kitty was originally developed in Japan, so she would meow the Japanese word for hello, konnichiwa. Now, of course, that's going to be a little difficult because she doesn't have a mouth. All right, I need a category. Excellent choice. Players 1 and 3, step back, because player 2 is going on a dis or dat. This dis or dat category name is gender. I don't even know her. Okay, I think I'm going to read off 7 band names. And for each one, I want you to tell me if it's the name of an all-girl band or a band that only has boys. Every time you see one, if it's a band comprised of women, press 1. If it's a band comprised of men, press 2. And to skip it, press 4. You get $500 for each right answer, and you lose $500 for each one you get wrong or that you don't get to. Okay, you got 30 seconds. You ready? Let's dance. Twisted Sisters. Girls. Cinderella. Babes in Toyland. Vixen. Sisters of Mercy. One more. Supertramp. That'll do it. Perfect. And with time to spare, no less. Here you go. Congratulations. Let's move on. All right, pick a category.
Who will answer question 3?
For your viewing pleasure, mocking the irrational fears of others equals fun. You get this one, you pocket $2,000. Heads up, here it comes. Who would make the worst blind date for someone suffering from gymnophobia? A gymnast, a nudist, a PE teacher, or a coniferous tree? Gymnophobia is the fear of nakedness. So, someone who suffers from it wouldn't want to date a nudist. But of course, the nudist probably wouldn't want to date somebody who breaks into a cold sweat at the thought of having to change their clothes. Give me a category.
Hallelujah! Bow your heads and pray to 4.
We're calling this one Georgia Brown Wasn't Really That Sweet. We're playing for $3,000 this time. Eyes forward, we're going. Suppose the Harlem Globetrotters find themselves in England playing against a team of trotters. Who or what are their opponents? Bicycle messengers, pickled pig's feet, royal carriage horses, or sheep testicles? Player 3, have at it. If you ask for a trotter in England, you're going to end up with pickled pig's feet. And every time they play against the Harlem Globetrotters, you can, totally tell they're not even trying. That's the end of round 1. We'll be back with round 2 right after these messages.
Hugo? Yeah, Hugo Boss. The fragrance. The world is getting smaller.
Smell better.
Hugo.
Hey kids, put down those chutes and ladders and come with me to Acne Land!
Look out for the pus pit! I'm lost in the forest of ingrown hairs!
Don't step in Black Cat Minefield!
Zit Mountain is about to blow!
Acne Land, the board game where bad skin is more than an embarrassment, it's an adventure!
Welcome back. Time to play round 2, where the values are double. Now remember, you got these screws, you may as well use them, alright? Just buzz in and hit the S key to force someone else to answer the question. I mean, come on, when is screwing ever going to be that simple again? Alright, if everybody's ready, let's do it. Alright, I need a category.
Numero 5, and you don't know Jack.
Well, what do we have here? Gore 2000 has a good beat, and you can dance to him. You get it right, I'm putting you up $2,000. Okay, you know that song about It's My Party, and I'll cry if I want to, right? Yeah, very touching. If Al Gore chooses the singer of It's My Party to sing his campaign theme song, who'll be singing? Dusty Gore, Tipper Gore, Leslie Gore, or Gore Vidal? All yours, player one. It's My Party was first made a hit by my close personal friend, Leslie Gore. Yeah, it may not sound like a good idea now, but at least it's better than 4 more years of Don't Stop Thinking About Tomorrow. Time to pick a category.
We're a bunch of hicks and we love the question 6.
This category is known as Episode 1, The Insect Menace. How does $4,000 grab you? Think fast, it's question time. If Luke Skywalker were to use his lightsaber for the same reason that a firefly uses its light, what signal would Luke be sending to Darth Vader? They're related. It's going to rain, there's food nearby, or he wants to have sex. It's all you, please. Right there. The flashing light of a male firefly is a signal to the females that they're ready to mate. With the dark side, give me a category.
7, lucky 7.
The category, son of a... I'll give you 4,000 clams for this bad boy. Well, that Spike Lee movie, Summer of Sam, is getting a lot of attention these days. Not as much as Wild Wild West, of course, but if you were having the Son of Sam over for dinner, which of your pets would you want to lock in the bedroom for the evening? Sound 1, sound 2, sound 3, or sound 4? Player 3, give me an answer.
Why, that answer is wronger than a long-tailed cat in a room full of rocking chairs. Can I have my medicine now?
Player 1, player 2, who wants it? Player 2, grab it. You're wrong and you smell like ass. What do you say, player 1? Player 1! You should have bought a vowel. Gee, I wonder what the answer is. The Son of Sam, or David Berkowitz as he's known to his fellow inmates, told police that his neighbor's dog told him to go out and kill people. Of course, that's also his excuse for drinking out of the toilet. All right, next category. Hey, stress cut with lime sore.
It's time for Flickerish Lesson.
One gibberish category coming up. The Fighting Girls Sports Bra. The opening value of this gibberish question is $10,000. Now check this out. As the time disappears, so does the money. So the sooner you buzz in, the better. So now take a look at this gibberish phrase and see if you can tell me what it rhymes with. All breasts up and go face duo. And don't get fooled by any punctuation. Player 2, go for it. Well, it's close enough for government work. Unfortunately, I don't work for the government. Anybody else want to give it a shot? First clue, it's when you put on your best clothes. Just. Player 1, typing your answer. Although I have to say, you always look so nice in that special little outfit you wear for playing computer games. I do appreciate it. Time to pick a guess.
Aloha, question number 9.
For your viewing pleasure, Dear Diary. Ah! And this one's worth $4,000. Say, hey, what have I got here? Looks like I got a diary entry from 1876. It's really amazing what you can find in a sound booth if you look really hard, huh? Let's see, it says, rat little bighorns. They'll never know what hit them. It's all about the element of surprise. Sitting Bull will rue the day he ever met. Oh, my freaking God! Okay, so who wrote the diary entry? Abraham Lincoln, Ulysses S. Grant, William T. Sherman, or George Custer? Gotta answer it, player one. Sherman? Tanks, but no tanks. Player 2, player 3, who wants it? Player 3, have at it. No. U.S. Grant was a notorious drunk. His diary probably read, Dear Diary, I am a general. I am so drunk. Player 2, go. I'm sorry, did you say something? Oh, just one more chance. That was General Custer who wound up getting himself and all his troops massacred at Little Bighorn. So, chalk one up for the home team. You know, the original home team. That's the end of round 2. We'll be right back with round 3 after this.
Alligators crap.
Alternating current.
Angelic Claudia Cold shoulder.
Acrophobia coming soon.
Acrophobia, the hilarious word game that puts your creativity on the line.
So in the middle of the movie, and I'm like, oh my God, the good character is the one.
Kinda makes talking seem overrated, doesn't it? Air Crisps. One taste, and you'll be back.
Regurgibarn knows that everyone wants to eat their veggies, but not everyone has the time to chew them. So we created Veggie Spew to give you all that veggie goodness without all the hard work. With Regurgibarn's new Veggie Spew, all you have to do is swallow.
Welcome back. It's time to play round 3. All right, kids, time to get your weapons. One screw apiece. I'll keep you busy. All right, y'all set? Here we go. All right, I need a category.
10 fingers and 10 toes. Would you like to have a cheap cigar?
For your enjoyment, get a clue. I'll give you 4,000 clams for this bad boy. Okay, this one is a fill in the blank. So, when you know the answer to this little mystery, buzz in and start typing. If you know that the killer isn't Professor Plum, Mrs. Peacock, Colonel Mustard, Miss Scarlet, or Mrs. White, then who is it? Player 2. The only one of the 6 clue suspects remaining is Mr. Green. So, he's our man. Clearly, he watched too many violent movies as a kid, or maybe he just saw that Clue movie. Give me a category.
It's 11 minus 1 plus 2 minus 1 is 11.
Here we have, son, that ain't no way to play cowboy. And this one's going to be worth $4,000. Ready? Here's the question. Say your son and the neighborhood boys are playing a variation of Cowboys and Indians. If your son is playing the part of Ratso Rizzo, what would be the best name for their game? Urban Cowboys and Indians, Midnight Cowboys and Indians, Drugstore Cowboys. Player 2, grab it. Ratso Rizzo is friend and manager of Gigolo Joe Buck and the X-rated Oscar winner, Midnight Cowboy. Yep, Midnight Cowboys and Indians. Kind of reminds me of that old-fashioned game, Prostatag. All right, pick a category.
Well, let's delve into question 12.
Well, what do we have here? Did you pack angles and cream cheese? How does $2,000 sound? Heads up, here it comes. Suppose Karl Marx had a picnic. Because they'd support Marx's theories, which ants wouldn't walk all over his food? Winged males, workers, queens, or... Player 3, do it! Marx called for the rise of the proletariat, or working class. But only the red ants pay any attention to him. All right, I need a category.
Look at the green.
It's 13.
I believe this one is called Grammatically Correct Hygiene. I got $2,000, says you don't know this one. Pencils ready. Let's do it. Which of these is an example of personification? Burly boys burrow boisterously for boogers. She scratched her chicken pox 1,000,000 times. The pus leapt from the pop zit. Or the pick scab was like a cornflake. Personification is when you attribute human abilities like leaping to non-human things like, I don't know, zits. And grossification is when you ask questions about popping zits and boogers and scabs just to see if you can make people vomit or not. Time to pick a category.
Ain't no love like number 14.
Let's see what we got going. IHOP to IHOP. How does $4,000 grab you? Okay, you want to know what I did for myself today? I went to IHOP and I treated myself to a Rudy Tooty Fresh and Fruity breakfast special, baby. Suppose instead of a Rudy Tooty Fresh and Fruity breakfast special, I'd had a Rudy Tootsie Fresh and Fruity breakfast special. What would have been nestled among the pancakes? A character from the Facts of Life, Dustin Hoffman wearing a dress, a citizen of Rwanda, or an ancient Egyptian king. Take a shot, player 2. The Tutsi are natives of the African country of Rwanda. Problem is, they totally disagree with my bowl of Hutu pebbles. Yeah, that's it for round 3. One Jack Attack coming up right after this.
Play poker online with other people live at www.2am.com.
Introducing a revolutionary concept in web design, Airforce.com. Enjoy one-stop shopping for Air Force wallpaper, screensavers, e-cards, and games, all absolutely free. This is an unlimited time offer, so act now. Visit www.airforce.com.
Mira, es el plátano con el paraguas. Hasta luego, paraguas. Oh, oh, King Kong está aquí y King Kong le gustan los plátanos. Pobre plátano.
Welcome to the Jack Attack. When you see 2 words on the screen that match, hit your buzzer. If you're right, I'll give you $2,000. If you're wrong, you're going down 2,000. But don't forget, remember the clue. Not any old word's gonna do it. It's gotta be a match that fits this clue. 3 men and a what? Hey, don't ask, don't tell. Player 2, that Jack Attack has your name all over it. Let's check out the scores. Player 3's got it. Wow, player 3, you just pulled that out, didn't you? Now please put it back. I'm about to gag over here. Oh, remember this.
You don't know Jack!
Howdy, kids. This is Pecos Bucket here, telling you to tune in next week for another exciting episode of You Don't Know Jack the Netshow. Woohoo! And they didn't even pay me to say this. Woohoo!